Hello and welcome to the Inspired Living with Ellen Broderick podcast. This week, we're going to be talking a little bit about what are the benefits of meditation. So one of the focuses of meditation happens when you're meditating, to bring your attention to a particular focus. It might be the breath. It might be a sound. It might be a passage that you've put to memory. Wherever you put your attention, that helps you to cultivate a being in the present moment, which is really being fully alive, being fully available to whatever is going on in the here and now. And then the real test of how are things going for you with meditation is, how is that coming into your life, and what do you notice about how you can attend to the circumstances in your life with a little bit of space, with the ability to put a little bit of room between yourself and your reaction. So these are the things that are really the benefits to meditating. It's not simply a matter of going to your mat or to a chair or a meditating pillow and having that time there. That time is really precious, but then there's also the added bonus of being able to then bring your attention to whatever is happening in your life, and be present for as many moments as you possibly can. So even when there is pain and suffering that you are experiencing, or that people who you are with are experiencing, the yoga practice and the meditation practice help to cultivate the ability to be present for whatever is, and to not judge it. And this is really hard, in that we are, I think, really taught to bring judgment to things, and maybe it's in our nature as well. But it's really different to look at things instead of saying, "Oh, this is good and that is bad. This is hot, that is cold." Like seeing the extremes in things, of just being present to what is without placing a judgment on it. So we're not trying to create something special, a special feeling or a special experience. We're really noticing that this moment is already special, and that you are alive in it, which is really glorious. And this awakeness is really the gift that you are giving to yourself. And it's hard, but it's definitely worth it. And it takes a lot of practice, a lot of practice. And sometimes it is done with some ease, and other days it is harder to bring your attention to one place. But the cultivating of the present moment experience is one that does feed every aspect of your life over time. So there's a lot of time to practice. There are a lot of moments, and each moment gives us a new chance, a new opportunity to be present. And if we miss this moment, well, we've got the next moment. And one of the things that I have found is that in parallel to developing a practice of bringing yourself each moment to the present, there is a necessity that you become aware of, which is building your capacity to have compassion and love for yourself. And since our nature, our real essence is love, and to be able to be both loving and compassionate to ourselves allows us to be in this world in a really different way. When we cultivate um, that acceptance of who we are as something very unique, and also um, uh, worthy of love and attention, then the experience of the world shifts, and um, and your experience of other people shifts. The other thing I think about is everything that's on the outside, everything that we experience as in the world, um, is a reflection also of what's within. So if we can take what we experience and welcome it all as a teacher, as something that is there to show us who we are and where we might have misconceptions, um, uh, maybe judgment, maybe envy, anything. If we can take a look at whatever comes, whatever is being shown to us, as a way to chip away at is um, what is within that we might have gotten wrong? What is within that we might still need to chip away at to reveal the inner um, wisdom? And then remembering that you aren't your thoughts, that your thoughts and your opinions, your likes and your dislikes, they're a little bit like the patterns of weather that come and go. And you can notice them, you can acknowledge them, and then you can just allow them to move along on their way. It's quite liberating, and maybe something that you'll want to practice. Um, and then befriending yourself in this way is kind of an adventure, and it's really empowering. So I invite you to bring these concepts into your thoughts about meditation and into your meditation practice. And I'm going to share with you today a felt sense meditation. So get yourself comfortable. You can do this one sitting down or lying down. You can have your eyes closed, or you can have a soft gaze coming to your breath. And I'm going to just speak some phrases, and then I'll have some silences that are following them. And if these phrases are useful to you, just take them in and notice what effect they have, and then let them go. I am the pain in your head, the knot in your stomach, the unspoken grief in your smile. I'm your high blood pressure. I'm your fear of challenge. And I'm your lack of trust. I'm your low back fragility. I'm your agitation and your fatigue. You tend to disown me, maybe suppress me or ignore me, and sometimes inflate me or coddle me or condemn me. Very often you want me to go away immediately, to disappear back into obscurity. I'm the most recent notes of a long symphony and the most evident branches of roots that have been challenged for seasons. So I'm asking you to consider me the messenger with good news, as disturbing as it can be at times. I want to guide you back to those tender places in yourself, the places where you can hold yourself with compassion and honesty. In so doing, I may ask you to get more sleep, to exercise more regularly, to breathe more consciously, to alter your diet. I might encourage you to seek a vaster reality and worry less about the day-to-day. See the fluctuations of life as fluctuations of life. I might ask you to explore the bonds and the wounds of your relationships. And wherever I lead you, my hope is that you will realize that success won't be measured by my eradication, but by the shift in the internal landscape from which I emerge. I am your friend, not your enemy. I belong. I don't desire to bring pain and suffering into your life. I'm just tugging at your sleeve because maybe you've been ignoring my gentle nudges. And I desire for you to allow me to speak to you in a way that enlivens your higher instincts for self-care. And I want to energize you to listen with a sensitive ear and a heart of a mother attending to a precious baby. You are a being so vast and complex with amazing capabilities for self-regulation and for healing. See if you can really take that in. You as a being so vast, so complex, with amazing capacity for self-regulation and for healing. Let me be one of your harbingers that lead you to the mysterious core of your being, where insight and wisdom are naturally available when called upon with a sincere heart. And breathe in yourself as a mysterious, having a mysterious core of your being, knowing that at this core there is amazing insight and wisdom, and they're available to you. I invite you to open your heart and rest in this core. And begin to bring your awareness to your breath, but don't come out of this space yet. I'm going to share with you a poem by Rumi, and this is a Coleman Barks translation of a poem called The Guest House, which I think really beautifully speaks to this idea that everything that comes to us is being shared, so that we can come more fully to our core, to our true self. So again, it's called the guest house. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. And when you are ready, opening your eyes or bringing your gaze up. And thank you for joining me today. And I wish that some aspect of meditation might come into your daily experience, even if it's being conscious for 3 breaths in and being conscious as the breath moves out of the body for each of those 3 breaths. Thanks for joining. This is the Inspired Living with Ellen Broader podcast. See you next week.